Well, hello. Here we go. Day 472 of Close the Kitchen. Let's see who's coming. Let's see. Oh, Brenna and Anna, my two faves here. Leah, welcome. Michelle, hi. Hey, gang, they're all coming in. Crystal, Karen, good. S. Buckley, love it. So excited everybody's coming in. Hi, Lisa. My beloved Lee Winters Gluck is here. Hi, Mom. I love you so much. I was thinking about you all day. Hi, Roseanne. Hi, Foreman. Hi, Sam. Sam, that's so sweet. Sometimes I just have this hard time putting up the iPad. Hi, gang. And I had to watch myself on television today, which I'll have to be using skills tonight. Hi, Susie. What day are we on? Ted, you're amazing. Day 10. Hey, Rebecca, did you make a day? We were waiting. I'm on Instagram, Gail. I'm on Facebook, Naomi. Rachel's here. Calhoun is here. Don't get worried. I always show up. Never worry. So, I think we got a team together. Get more people. Day 9, Jackie, amazing. Day 5, Susie, incredible. I know, Mimi and Marla coming on. There's a couple of other people we were waiting to hear about. Hey, Marla, my heart is with you, my love. Fall down 7 times, get up 8. Took me 13 years. Good, Rebecca's on day 2. Incredible. Hey, Kim, good to see you. So exciting. Amazing. Rebecca, day 2, that's so incredible. Hey, Molly. Hey, Janice. The gang's all here. Okay, Camille. The gang's all here. So many people. Everybody's cheering for you, Rebecca, let me tell you. It's a whole party on Instagram. Marla, here's the deal. We're starting with Marla. We are starting with Marla, and then we will go from there. Marla says she's day 1, but she's not going to give up. Marla, it's official. You are my hero. Tears in my eyes. You are my hero. Here's the deal. The thing about addiction is this. So I need to tell you about my favorite study in the entire world, okay? My favorite study in the entire world, and that's a lie. You know I say that a lot. One of my favorite studies in the entire world is about cigarette smoking. How many times does it take somebody to quit smoking? Does anybody know how many attempts it takes for someone before they successfully attempt quitting cigarettes? Does anybody know this? Marla, the answer is between 8 and 13 times. Marla, it took me like 25 years. Like, the thing about addiction, Emily, it takes between 8 and 13 times. So if you add in diet culture, you add in that sugar is much more addictive than tobacco, you add in this emotional piece of it, you add in the pandemic, you add in. This is so hard. So, listen. Fall down 7 times, get up 8. 3 strikes, you're out, Marla. 3 strikes, you're just getting started. The deal with this, because we're not talking about dieting, we are talking about relationship. And here's where it really gets good, Marla and all of you. Here's where it really gets good. When you don't give up on yourself, and when you don't beat yourself up and you get curious and you ask for help. Marla is like the poster child of this right now. I encourage all of you to be the same, because not only when you get it does it feel great, but when you get it, it sticks, because you're present and you're aware and you are participating in your new life. You are fighting for this new relationship. I'm like never that worried if you don't get it the first time. Like, Marla, you're talking to a girl who got it like the 7 millionth time. Marla and all of you, fall down 7 times, get up 8. The name of the game, the second chapter in the book is called The Sacred Vow, because it has everything to do with sugar, but it really has everything to do with not giving up on yourself, okay? It has everything to do with not giving up on yourself. Sam is asking if anyone gets it the first time. So, lucky for me, I've treated like 100,000 people. Every now and then, somebody gets it on the first time. But usually, it's like their first, I come with so much diet drama and trauma. Obviously, it took me so anyway, My love, Marla, and so many other of you, like, you have my full support. It doesn't matter. Marla, you are going to get it. And all of you that are struggling, you take that sacred vow. You take that sacred vow. Sorry, Instagram, someone just called me. You take that sacred vow. You commit to yourself, and you commit that you're not going to give up. You're not going to buy into this BS diet culture that says you're good, you're bad, you're right, you're wrong. Because nobody wants it more than you want it. So then it's just a waiting game. And then it's a learning game. And then it's a self-reflection game. And then, listen to me, Marla, and all of you. And then when you get it, you're not going to let it go. And that's a good relationship. Because you know the value of the relationship because you fought for it. And that's the deal. And that's the deal. And listen, that's the beauty of this whole thing. Thank you, Zach. We can start our day over at any time. But and then you got something to fight for. Then you got a horse in the game. You know what I mean? So listen, the difference between a diet and a relationship, when we're talking about food, the difference between a diet and a relationship is a shift in what you think and a shift in what you believe. And if how you're behaving right now, Marla, is not a totally different way, this is happening. The shift is happening. Don't judge it by the day count. Don't judge it by the day count all the time. We have to find all of these other victories, and we have to find a different way to look at this entire thing, because that's how it sticks. And anybody can go on a diet and lose a lot of weight. That is not the game that I'm in. That is not the game that I play. There's so many other people on social media that is their game. My game is the long-term, sustainable relationship game that we don't have to tell the story anymore, that we're living in this beautiful solution together. And we're supporting each other. And we have a whole new way of thinking and believing. That's the deal. That's the deal. So anyway, I wasn't planning to talk about that because I do have a plan. I have to talk about something, but it so perfectly dovetails into what I wanted to talk to you about. So remember, first of all, I love you guys. You know, we close the kitchen every night together because, you know, it's the quarantine and it gets rough, man, and it can get rough at night especially, and we look to the nourishment. Marla, I am so with you, babe. You are the pony I am betting on. Just, you know that. I am with you, girl. And we look for nourishing and we look for nourishment and we look at it in the food, and then it gets tricky, right? Because we get trapped in that cycle over and over and over again. And so we talk about ways that either we can think differently or we can behave differently or we can not be as vulnerable. And the thing that I was actually thinking about today is gratitude. It's gratitude. And there's actually so many, the positive psychology people have helped us out in such a significant way with this, which is, you know, like in the Facebook group, and if you're not a part of it, I mean, get on that. But in the Facebook group, we went through a phase in our Facebook group where we talked a lot about NSVs. We talked about non-scale victories. Wayne Dyer, good old Wayne Dyer, may he rest, he had this beautiful quote that he would say, you know, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And with gratitude, with gratitude, that's like exactly what happens. Now, you know, a lot of people love like a good gratitude list. Not me. I get like, you know, it just, I don't know. My brain works a little differently, but a lot of people love it. They write like 20 things they're grateful for. You know, I have a friend and she was like, I'm grateful. Like, she's like, if I can't find something to be grateful for, I'm grateful for my toenails. I love when she says that. Because, you know, there's days where we're like, you know, you wake up after a binge, you're like, I have nothing to live for. And that's what ends up happening. And by the way, like I talk about with cognitive distortions, that's what takes your vision from this to this. And let me tell you something. You deserve this big 360-degree vision of life, because that's where the miracles show up. So my favorite version of a gratitude list is not actually a gratitude list. It's actually a miracle list. And oh my God, I did this for so many years with my dear friend Alana. We would send and it's a nighttime activity. Also, side note, like
hashtag not an ad. There's actually an app called the 5-Minute Journal. It costs money. And it is actually a very incredible activity. It's a morning practice and an evening practice that you do a little bit of gratitude and hopes for the day. It's very interesting. And I mean, I love a ritual. But anyway, but Alana and I used to do our end of the day miracles. And, you know, it wasn't always like the rivers parted, right? I mean, we would do little things. Like back in the day, like I walked down the subway platform and the 6 train was there. Miracle, you know, or, you know, I was thinking about my friend John and he called me, like miracle. Like, and the beauty of that is if we're thinking about that the difference between a diet and a relationship is a shift in how you think and what you believe, right? If you start to be looking through your whole day, looking for the miracles big and small, like, again, like not the waves parting, like, right? Like woke up before my alarm and it wasn't set, like little teeny things. And you just 3 of them. And like, by the way, like this is a fun activity to do with like a friend who you're like, you know, sometimes like when we get grown up, like it's hard to keep in touch with our friends. It's actually, my best friend Drea and I used to do it also. We would send these miracles back and forth and it would keep us in like a positive space. And even when you can't think of a miracle, you have to think of a miracle at the end of the day. And it's a beautiful, beautiful practice to keep our minds open. Because remember, like, and by the way, like, an abusive relationship with sugar and self-hate and shame, it makes your world teeny. It makes your world the size of a postage stamp. You can't see anything. And a little miracle list goes a long way in a pandemic, my loves. Like, might I add, you know what I mean? So I want you to think about that. It's, you know, it's like it's a really good practice before you go to the kitchen at night to do your miracle list and then see how hungry you are, or then see if maybe you want to call a friend after that, or maybe you want to go wash your face. I mean, there's so much to do. There's so much to do. And I just want to say one more thing, because this was mentioned in the Facebook group today. And actually, I don't know why I don't talk about this more. It's like, it's completely unrelated. Once you get to know me, you start to understand that I am the queen of the non sequitur. You know, if you're really having struggles getting a day together and there is sugary food in your house, it's really hard to be able to get that done. And I want you just to think about this. It's like, can you make your home environment the most loving, seamless place for you to succeed? Like, do something kind for yourself. Like, give yourself a solid, my loves. So if you're struggling getting that day together, can you think of, there may not necessarily be something like so wrong with you. There may be something very logistical going on here. Like, well, there are granola bars in the cabinet, and every night I go eat them. Like, if there were granola bars in my cabinet right now, I mean, they would be talking to me all night. Granola is my gateway drug, my love. So think about that. I don't know why I told you that. It really has nothing to do with our miracle lists. It just has everything to do with something I was thinking about. So anyway, here we go. It is time to close the kitchen. I talked so I want you to think about that. Like, thinking about like having a gratitude list, like expanding your mind, trying to think outside of yourself and into some of the positives can really shift wanting to go to that kitchen. It's a game changer. Now, my loves, here's what we do. Hand on our hearts for ourselves, hand on ourselves for our community, hand on ourselves for our larger community. So many people suffering with their food, so many people suffering with their lives. We just do it for everybody else. Oh, that's so exciting. Sam and Rachel are gonna start a gratitude list together. Amazing. So here we go. Throw them up, my loves. Who's closing the kitchen? Anyone? Here we go. Erin's closed the kitchen, incredible. Liz closed the kitchen. Leah closed at 6, incredible, incredible. Yes, Marla is closing the kitchen and not giving up. You got it, girl. Brenna's closed the kitchen. Foreman's closed the kitchen. Sam, Anna, S. Buckley's closed the kitchen. Ro, Jackie, amazing. Lisa, Ted, amazing. Sherry, Carol, Rachel, Minu, Emily's closed the kitchen. Janice, Ashley, love you. Crystal's closed the kitchen. You're incredible, Karen. Closed the kitchen. Sam, with love baskets. Lee, after dinner, West Coast. Stacy, Rebecca, are you closing the kitchen, my girl? Gail, closing the kitchen. Awesome. Susie, Roseanne, Colleen, closing the kitchen. Marla, we are with you. We are with you. They're talking about it on Instagram, girl. Jean Marie's closed the kitchen. Michelle, amazing. Mimi, are you on day 2 yet? We don't know. We need to know about that. Amazing. We're all with you in your rooms tonight, my loves. Mary Eileen has closed the kitchen. Mrs. Oig has closed the kitchen. And we did it. One more night. Anna and I think we're on day 46 of this. I'm not quite sure, but if anybody has a count on it, I'd love to hear about it. Much more importantly, Mimi, you got 2 days. You guys, this is like big news. Big news. Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, I am doing a webinar with Marty Lerner, who is the, oh my God, you guys, stop Mimi's on day 2. Mimi, we've been like waiting for you, girl. I mean, we've all been like wooing. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo. Look, Janice just did it. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo. Okay. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Dr. Marty Lerner, who is like the original gangster of food addiction and one of my most beloved humans in my life. My book is dedicated to him. We are doing a webinar tomorrow night. I hope you're there. It's going to be so fun. It's a little fireside. He's like the most wonderful person and he's so smart. We'll be taking your questions. We'll be talking about your relationship with food during COVID. Mimi, they're going crazy on Facebook about you. So there's a link in bio. There's also a link in our Facebook page. You can DM me if you want the link. The more the merrier, you know me. I love the more the merrier. So please come tomorrow night. I'd love to have you guys. There's a whole bunch of people that are going to be there. And that's that. Kitchen is closed, my loves. I will see you all tomorrow. If you are not there, you will get a replay. The replay is there for 48 hours. All right. I love you guys so much. We will do this all again tomorrow night, and I am with you. I am with you. I am with you. I'm with you. Thank you. Thank you for your thank yous. I'm so grateful for you all. See you tomorrow night. Bye, loves. Bye, Ashley.